What if you have too much bedding available? He said he has lots of clear cuts or mountain laurel. Too much bedding.
It's like having too much women, too much gold.
Yeah, there's not very many places where there's too much bedding. I think I mean I kind of understand what he's getting at.
Yeah,
though.
well, so I hunt these vast swamps, and people will tell me, "Well, where do you hunt? There's bedding everywhere. There's deer everywhere," and there is, but those big bucks aren't everywhere. There's going to be places in that spot that they prefer. Now, case in point, I'll just make it kind of simple. Is I remember the first time I hunted Iowa, and I went down to southwest Iowa in the corner, and it was really open. There's just tree lines, and I was like, "Where the hell's a deer?" And every time you'd find a little pocket of brush, 10 big bucks would run out of it. And you'd be like, "What the heck?" Because that wouldn't hold a rabbit back home. You know why? Because I got good bedding here. So big bucks will always gravitate to the very best bedding spots. Sometimes when there's a lot of bedding, like you're talking, you can't differentiate between great bedding and good bedding, but those bucks can. And what you got to figure out is where those big bucks are bedding, because like we've got a swamp up the road from me. It's 3 miles across. Every single time I run into a big buck in that area, they're in the same little area. There's like 2 big buck bedding areas in there that are really good. But from the outside looking in, there's bedding everywhere. You know, that's not to say there's not little pockets here and there where they can hold a big buck. But what it is saying is mature bucks will choose the best spots, whether it's for wind, whether it's because of people, whether it's because it's overlooked, whatever the reason is, they're going to be in key spots there. And the rest of that bedding is going to be filled with young bucks and insufficient bucks and does, in my opinion.
Yep.
What do you think, Josh?
I would completely agree with you. I don't have much else to add.
Well, even if you get into the hills by I mean, you can get to a spot where there's one property and it really has a system set up and there's 10 points on it.
Mm-hmm.
You get to learn that this one little knob over here,
exactly,
that's where it's always at, as long as I leave it alone.
And you can have those same feelings in hill country. You can get overwhelmed in hill country because there's just so, right. Typically it's big acreage, and then it's at the same time, it's like there's just so many places they could be at in there.
When you look at it from a map, not being there before, I'll end up looking at all those knobs. But once you find the right one, that's kind of like how we talk about how you go to the property back again. So I always pick spots that are new because I like seeing new properties. Mm-hmm. By the time I learn them, it's time to go home. But if you learn that spot, if I came back the next year to the same property, went to the same spots, I'd get right on deer.
Hey everybody, if you like the channel, make sure you subscribe right here. And if you like the clips, I got 2 more options for you. 2 options right here. Subscribe right here. See you guys.